Ladies and gentlemen, let's try and predict the 11 for the game in a few hours' time. So, in a few hours' time, we play Man United at Old Trafford. What could possibly go wrong? And as we always do, we try and predict the starting 11. So at least we're a little bit more clear in terms of who's actually a West Ham player and who isn't now. Obviously, with the hoo-ha that was the transfer window closing on Thursday, everything around Ben Rama and Fornals and stuff like that, we know who we've got. Now, according to David Moyes in his press conference, he was quoted, didn't we say a lot, obviously. He spoke a bit about the actual whole Fornals and Ben Rama sort of issues. But in terms of the team news, he said, I can't really tell on this. Obviously, he did it on Friday morning. But it's a quick turnaround. Hopefully everyone will be okay. There's no more update from where we are. We're still dealing with the players that have been injured, and that's where we are. Lucas Paqueta won't be back this weekend, and Antonio is back running on the grass. What does that mean? Is he back? Isn't he back? Who knows? Apart from that, I think that's about it. Interesting, there was no mention in there about Naya Figuered. Because surely he'll be back from AFCON duty. Surely. And he didn't say he wasn't back. Anyway, I think clearly we seem to be, well, now we're bereft of left-sided players, really, apart from Maxwell Cornet, of course. Could he be the saviour for the rest of the season? I don't think so, personally. And so as we try and do, before we try and think of the starting 11, now, let's get into it. I think it's going to be, I'm thinking about it now, and there's to me, the experiment, hopefully the experiment of playing 4 central midfielders has failed enough for him to not consider doing that again. So that to me shows another change in formation, or maybe a reverse back to a older formation. Again, this is probably the last game we won't have a fully fit squad. Because actually, with the news of obviously Soufal will be back in the side following his suspension, we'll have, if Aguerd's not back today, but I think he would be, then he'll be back for the Arsenal game. We believe that obviously Antonio's on the grass already, so if he's not featured on probably the bench tonight, then I imagine he'll be back in the squad for the Arsenal game, and so too Lucas Paqueta. Who, Moyes actually said is not featured this weekend. So, there's, to me, if he is featured, the man's a liar then, because he said he's not featured. So, let's go for the side. And again, I'd love to get your opinions. Let me know in the comments below. Obviously, we're doing the watch along and stuff as well, so keep an eye on that on the channel and all that malarkey. So, let's start with, why has that not changed? It's rechanged. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's start with the goalkeeper situation. Now, for me, it's a foregone conclusion, obviously. I thought Areola was our man of the match. He was my man of the match yesterday. On Friday. No, Thursday. I'm getting the days mixed up. He was my man of the match for the game against Bournemouth. I thought he was exceptional. I thought he kept us in the game. We came away with a point, which would have been nice to have a few more, definitely at that game. But considering I thought how badly we played, I thought a point, we got away with one there. And I don't want that to keep on happening. Do you know what I mean? There's been situations where we've got to a point where Moyes even said it himself in the press conference. Have I got it? He actually said that exact thing. Where is it? He said, where is it? If I do this, will that just appear there? Oh, it's not very good. Let's do that. Sometimes you have to make sure you don't lose. Now, he's already setting up. He's going to play ultra defensive for this game today. We're not conceding too many goals, but we're not scoring too many either. We can play better. We know that. I gauge my team on their performance. And the performances we want to improve. We're always getting results and points without necessarily playing well, and that to me is the key line: winning but not necessarily playing well. And that's sort of his mantra at the moment, it seems, and it has been probably for a lot of time in his tenure. In all honesty, as many times I remember, even in the COVID years and stuff like that, where I sort of left the London Stadium thinking, there's no way we've proper shithoused our way through that. And it was originally, it was quite funny, but I think now it's great on more and more people as it goes along. Anyway, so Areola is the man. Where's my little thing gone? There he is. Areola is the man. He's in goal. He'll be keeping it. He'll be keeping, hopefully, the likes of Rashford and Højlund at bay. Back four, Emerson. I hope we have a left-sided midfielder playing tonight. What's going on, Russ? Sort yourself out. On Sunday, today, in a few hours' time. That's the time, Russ. Because he looked, as I said, the Bournemouth game, he looked shackled. He looked half the player he was, or he has been. And it's because he didn't have anyone in front of him. He just had like a bulk of midfielders in the midfield. And yes, there was space, but there was no one to play off. There was no little 1-2s with Paqueta or Ben Rama, for example. And I hope we look at changing that. On the right-hand side, I think, although I thought Ben played well, for me, where is he? There he is. Soufal back after his suspension. I think he's Soufal to me. He obviously because he's playing that position so often. He has an understanding of the rest of the team where Ben doesn't yet. Because for me, Ben doesn't play there frequently enough. So in terms of like the runs he makes, the runs other people makes, he doesn't have that understanding where Vlad does. Now centre half. This is going to be interesting. Now my hope is, well, I think Mavropanos keeps his spot. Now my hope is Naoth is back for the back. We haven't heard anything to suggest he is or he isn't. But for my hope is he'll be back for the game. He'd have had over a week's recovery. Well, pretty much a week's recovery. He's been playing 90 minutes. It's not like he's coming back injured. He's been playing 90 minutes. And I think we desperately, and people have said to me, when I've said, "Oh, we're sort of left-sided centre halves," and they go, "Oh, what's the so?" It's been evident, particularly with Zuma in that position and Mavropanos to some extent, when they play in that position, you need to have a centre half who is that way-footed. On the left-hand side, a left-footed one. On the right one, a right-footed centre half. It's so easy, so simple. For me, even if Aged isn't back, I would put Ogbonna in. We played Ogbonna against Arsenal, don't forget, at Highbury, at the Emirates. He played in centre half on the left-hand side, I think alongside Mavropanos. I think that was a back five, wasn't it, if I remember correctly? And we did a job there. So, although I think we're coming to the end of Ogbonna's usefulness, in honesty, another last dance wouldn't be a bad thing if Aged. My preference is to play Aged because I think particularly the way we're playing even more Moyes ball, even more low block than we usually do, the ability of Aged's passing ability and Mavropanos to attack the opposite wing to switch play up is perfect for what we're trying to do. Then in central midfield, let's go. We'll say it's a 3. We know he's not. I can't see him playing 4. I can't see him playing all 4. So for me, this is what I would do. So obviously these two are playing like the sort of pivot thing. JWP, I think he still plays. I think you still have his set plays, although they've been a bit wayward. I'd still play him. And then what I would do is, and again, these wouldn't be necessarily the start of their sort of finishing positions. I think for me, I would take not the shackles off Bowen, but I'd put Bowen into more of a usefulness role. Now, this is probably the last game. The thing is, he's adaptable, so he can play this role. Obviously, he's played it all his time at West Ham by the last half dozen games, really. But Bowen on the left, Kudus on the right, rather. Kudus on the left. And obviously, those two are interchangeable. And then Mr. Ings. I know people go, "Oh, you played Danny," but I think it doesn't work playing someone like Souček in that position, because Souček was sort of playing in that position. Now, the flip side is we may even go to a back three. West Ham a bit funny like that. We might go back 3-2 set. We might actually. What could we do that? Could we do that? Yeah, we probably could. If we went to a back three, I'm just looking at this because I know because we know Moyes. So that's my first. That's my first setup. Let's go for the second setup. I should probably just done it all at once rather. But anyway, they're going to be left wing backs anyway, left and right wing backs, and then we'll put Bosch, and then where is he? Oggy in the middle. I wouldn't play Zuma. The man looks like, as I said, the man looked like he was wearing trainers on an ice rink. All over the place he was. And I didn't understand it. I don't think anyone else understood just how poorly his movement was. So poor. And then, I mean, this is proper Moyes. This is what Moyes wanks off to, I think. I don't know why I just said that, but I think so. Literally tight. What we got there? 3 at the back. Yeah, so that'll be the 5. Move that up there a little bit. Could you imagine? Oh, I think we'd have I think the fan base have a meltdown if he came up with this. And then what we got? 4 for 8. And then we've got him. And then we've got Bosch. Do you know what? That ain't that bad looking at it, actually. That ain't that bad. That would get, and he'd probably actually do this. He may even do that. Do I like that? I don't know if I like that. I don't think I hate it. I don't think I hate it. I think you've got a very solid base. It's going to be boring, I'll be honest. But I don't know if I hate that. And literally, I'm praying because it's one more game. One more game. Because I think when Paqueta comes back, he just, I mean, could you imagine if you did that and you had that and that and that and have I just stumbled across something there? Anyway, just looking at it, I thought, actually, do you know what? I quite like that. I quite like that. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think. I said we'll have the watch along and stuff with Anton and myself this afternoon. But anyway, I'm having a little play around. I quite enjoy it. Anyway, until next time, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, and come on, you bloody irons. Irons.